Alright guys, so I found some abandoned resorts here on Google Maps and I wasn't sure if they were all abandoned or what was going on. So the first one I walked past is not abandoned. I think the next two are. This one is definitely abandoned, but it looks like it was burned to heck. Like looks like just like a shell. So I may show you up close of that, but it looks like there's nothing left. But looks like an abandoned church or abandoned hall of some kind. Actually, there's a cross there, so I think it was a church. And I think there's an abandoned resort around the corner too. But yeah, I had to leave my car up the road because the roads look like this. Giant pits, big holes where you would probably wreck your tire or puncture it. I mean, that's like you know, a bad thing for your tires, so. So it says Clara Elizabeth Memorial Hall. That's what it looks like it says. But it has a cross out front, so I think there's some sort of church. Looks like they're trying to fix it maybe. There's a ladder up there. So it looks like they might be trying to fix it. Or they were at one point. But literally all the glass is smashed out. Guys, this is looking inside the church. Like I said, it's nothing left. Looks like our second abandoned resort is right there in front of us. So the first one was burned out, pretty much just a shell. There was the abandoned church, which was closed off and blocked off. So we'll see if we can get inside this abandoned resort in front of us. Guys, this is such a weird zombie apocalypse feeling. This resort is huge. It goes up there on the hill past this first building and has a walkway to connect some of the buildings. But everything is like somewhat halfway destroyed. So this place looks, I don't know, just looks epic. Guys, it feels like we're in a bombed out area of a city or something, because this hotel feels like it was like bombed. It's like half the building is gone or open to the elements. There's this old school pool table here. That looks so cool. Yeah, this place looks crazy. It's like half the walls are gone. Like I said, it feels like we're in a war-torn city or something, but nope, this is Japan. I don't know if part of the walls fell down naturally or they were just tearing it down. This is like the biggest butterfly I think I've ever seen. Hey buddy, I'll try to help you, just calm down. It's beautiful blue color. Alright buddy, hold on. Alright, let's see if I can open this window for him. Okay, hold on buddy. There you go. Go outside. What, now he doesn't want to go leave? Alright, there he goes. This is looking out over the other spot that I just showed you earlier with the pool table. Nature is really trying to take over this place now. These cool lampshades are still here. They have this cool old Yamaha double keyboard. I guess they're not terribly old, but still. These are probably worth something, I would assume. It almost looks like a greenhouse, but it's just a walkway from one side to the other. Alright, let's see what's in the other buildings. Alright, so it seems like most of the rooms are pretty much trashed like this. But this one has a cool tub still, randomly sitting in front of the window. But yeah, let's see if there's any other rooms that have some stuff left. But so far they're all pretty messed up. Alright, so even though this room is pretty destroyed, this is one of the few that still has the bed and chair left with the nice curtains. but pretty much everything else besides that is just falling apart. I think that was the wind. Or at least I hope that was the wind. Yeah, it is. Look, the door's moving by itself. Or it's a ghost or a person. I'm thinking it's just the wind. Yeah, so look, the wind is coming through this window and causing the door to slam. No ghost, although I could have easily titled this Ghost Found, Door Slammed by Its Own or something. But I don't clickbait, which is probably why I don't get many views. But you know what? I'm not gonna stoop to clickbaiting. I'll get views the proper way. Alright, this is like the only one that I saw that had a TV left in it, along with a little fridge. Chairs are in somewhat good condition. Not the pillow though. What's interesting is, even though this is like a massive hotel, it goes a lot farther than that, but it looks massive, but they break it up, so it's like every story only has like 4 or 5 rooms, so you have to go back outside to go back up a different stairwell to get to the other rooms. So it's very weird setup, I would say. Alright, let's see what's over in these ones. Found, I think these are rice cookers. I stashed a lot of them over here, along with some grill tops and a big thermos and some pans. It's interesting. Alright, this is like one of the most preserved rooms, I would say. It's still like kind of falling apart, so to speak. But it's like the nicest one, at least for this corner. Got the TV, the nice chairs. If it wasn't for the ceiling falling apart, I'm sure this room would have been a little bit better. But the ceiling is falling apart, although it looks like a drop ceiling. These are pretty much what all the hallways look like. Like I said, everything is just falling apart. Which is why I haven't really showed you many rooms, is because most of them look like this. Just junk everywhere, random beds falling apart. So just trying to show you the ones that are a little bit nicer looking, if I can find them. Alright. We dismantled the sink and the top of the toilet there, and the part of the shower. But there's still toilet paper there. And the toilet shoes. Which if you're not familiar with, toilet shoes or slippers anyway, you wear specifically for inside the toilet or bathroom area. And then you have different slippers for out here. That's how it works here in Japan. Actually, this room is almost better than the other one. There's not that much decay. And everything looks pretty nice still, for the most part. It looks like it's pretty much fallen apart and gutted. But the coolest part is the staircase. Pretty much just soaked and moldy furniture. Yeah, you never know sometimes until you get to a place, you know, what the condition may be, unless you already have prior pictures or knowledge of the place. So this one, unfortunately, looks like it's been just ravaged. There's some items left, but for the most part, looks pretty trashed. The only thing that is kind of nice left is the staircase. Looks cool. And like I said, I'm not a huge fan of graffiti, but this style looks pretty nice. Well, this is kind of like one of the rooftops with some random mattresses thrown out in the water. All right, so anyway, guys, I thought there was going to be 3 abandoned awesome hotels next to each other. I was like, oh sweet, it's going to be a good video. Turns out only 2 are abandoned and 1 is, like I said, falling apart, where it's just concrete walls and nothing left. So it's really only 1 abandoned hotel that is actually worth filming, which is the one I showed you. But you know what, you never know. This is a random one I found on Google Maps. So I'm not going to complain. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. If you're new around here, definitely subscribe, and I'll see you on the next adventure.